Hey everybody, welcome back to Around the Emirates podcast with Sara Mousa, where I speak to guests from across UAE and the world about topics you want to hear about. Today I'm joined by the fantastic Zarah Evans. Hi Zara.
Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. I'm so glad you could join me today. So I've invited Zara to be on that show as owner and managing partner of Exclusive Links Real Estate based in Dubai. Such an awesome company. I'd love to hear all about what got you into real estate.
Well, I sort of fell into real estate, to be honest with you. My background was in travel and tourism in Australia. And in 1997, I moved to Dubai, um, had a 6-week-old baby, and always being a career woman, decided to get back into work. And yeah, fell into real estate. Obviously, the property market was very much at the early stages at that point. And I joined a company and very quickly grew to be general manager with them and worked closely not only on the property side of things, but growing the business and putting Dubai on the map as a relocation destination. So I was traveling to Asia, America, working with a lot of relocation companies, moving companies, things like that. But also, we opened a relocation office in Oman, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, where we were offering cultural training to a lot of corporates and looking after their newcomers that were moving into the region. So that's how I fell into real estate. And then obviously from there, things moved on. 2007, I think it was, I moved across to be the managing director at Links Golf Real Estate, which then after the downturn of 2008, I moved to merge companies with my now business partner, Louise Heatley, at Exclusive Real Estate, and hence that's where the name came from, Exclusive Links. So
I love that.
thank you. Yeah, it was the it was a nice story, and I think coming together as two strong females in the industry and combining our strengths not only as people but also strengths of our services, of our two businesses and our teams. So yeah, so that was really good. And yeah, so we've been together since 2011 as Exclusive Links Real Estate, and yeah, that's basically where I've continued to grow and in the industry. I I did leave Dubai. I think, as you mentioned earlier in the introduction, it's today. It's all about across the world. So I'm actually now based in Scotland, which
Awesome.
was yeah.
I am so glad that you were able to join me all the way from Scotland. Thank you so much for that. And what a cool story. I mean, it's amazing that you were able to continue to pursue your passion internationally. And of course, moving from country to country and running your business from afar, there might be a couple of challenges there. Talk to me about that and how you would have overcome them.
Yeah, absolutely. I made the decision in 2019 to make that lifestyle change and to get off the fast-paced treadmill of Dubai. So obviously very much still being involved in the business, but working now more from behind the scenes rather than out the front. So one of those challenges, obviously the natural one, working with the time zones of us being 4 hours behind here in the UK at the moment. So without wanting to get up at 5 o'clock every morning my time, it's almost identifying the need to do and the nice to do. So because I work very closely with our marketing team, a lot of blog writing, a lot of things like that I can do in my own time, in my time zone. But obviously, where I'm needing to connect with the team or work with the business, I need to very much be in the Dubai time zone. So, and obviously Zoom works very well to our advantage with that. So I'm able to remain competitive. And I think, leading on from that is one of the challenges is sometimes managing a business that is basically filled with a lot of staff that I've not actually met face to face. I meet them initially in training, And obviously, I have Zoom meetings, I have a lot of WhatsApp interactions. But, a lot of those people I've not met, especially the agents that, could come and go. I don't have that face to face interaction with. But again, like I said, Zoom works wonders. So, yeah, that's there's no challenges that can't be overcome. I think, real estate as well is always challenging, staying on top of the game, staying competitive in the marketplace, and being in the industry for the last 24 years, I've seen a few ups and downs. So it's staying ahead of the curve. Is that not what they say?
You're right. It is 100%. And speaking of being ahead of the curve, obviously, it is important for women to support women and to think ahead of like how can we continue to succeed and thrive in our industries. And I know that you are a strong advocate for female empowerment. So talk to me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, well, I think that, going back to my comment about remaining competitive and staying ahead of the curve, I think that Louise, my business partner and co-owner of Exclusive Links, we decided that we had to find our point of differentiation. There's a lot of real estate companies in Dubai, but we are 100% female owned and female led. And we decided to draw on that as our point of differentiation. And, we feel that women are great for nurturing not only staff, so we very much have a people over property culture, but we're also very much about, nurturing our customers. And, a lot of people that are looking at finding their dream home, they want to be nurtured, don't they? So, we're able to do that. Louise works very closely with Property Finder on their She for She initiative. And, we support a lot of women empowerment, finding that financial freedom type events throughout the year. Sort of the how-to guide, working with corporates and so on things like that. So, and employing, females. We have a lot of female managers, and we don't like to shout out too much about, females in the industry, because you want to shout out about it enough, but you don't want to say it too often that it actually becomes an obvious difference. But yeah, we definitely deserve a place in this space, as I would say.
I love that, earning your space. I love that, working hard for it and knowing it's not just given to you, but you worked for it. And that is something that I think is a really like positive and beautiful message to be sharing in this interview as well. So thank you for that. And that leads me to my next kind of couple questions for you, Zarah. I'd like to know, is there any kind of impactful story or anecdote or experience that has made a difference in who you are today?
Yeah, I mean, made a difference to where I am today. Probably the most recent one is a campaign that Exclusive Links has ran on Dubai 92. And this is more of an impactful, what I thought was just a lovely thing. And we recently had this campaign, and it was to win a year's free rent in Dubai. Now, wouldn't you have loved to have been on that one, Sarah? So basically, this was a campaign. It was very public, and it ran over 4 weeks with Dubai 92. But as a company owner, to see, I mean, I wasn't in Dubai presenting it, that was Louise, but to see William, who won this free rent for a year in a great property in Dubai Marina, and to see his reaction and the impact we had managed to have on his life, I think was great. And, Louise was in the heat of the moment, so it really took her back. And I think that's lovely to see. I think, seeing people's reactions like that is always really nice. So yeah, that's a nice impactful story, I think, to share with you that touched me. But that's what it was supposed to do. We wanted to infiltrate into a wider community, and again, support that people over property culture that we have. And I think that just did it perfectly. I think it was lovely.
I love the phrase you just used, people over property. I love that you think with, people first and from your heart and not just about the profit. Obviously, a business does have to have income and revenue at the end of the day, but it's not just about the money, but it's about driving that positive change, making sure that you're giving people the best opportunities economically, kind of with positions, but also just to make them happier with these types of competitions and just bringing people together. And that's such a powerful
Yeah.
message that you're sharing today.
Louise and I often said that the people over property is the slogan that we use publicly. It's often people over profit sometimes that we use behind the scenes because it all goes hand in hand, doesn't it, at the end of the day? But yeah, no, exclusive links. And Louise and I are very much about looking after our staff, looking after our clients. We have a very large property management division. So, again, looking after properties. And that's where sort of the nurturing side comes in for sure.
I love that. Now, I'd love to hear if you have any kind of final words of advice for listeners today.
I think that what I'd probably like to say to people, I always say to people when I do training, look, learn, and listen. Look, learn, and listen, because I think, it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter whatever field you're in. I think we've all got room to grow. I think we can all learn something from somebody. It may not be someone that you aspire to, it might be someone that you have a discussion with in a supermarket queue. It doesn't matter. I think, I love people, I love stories, and I can tell you do too, and that's why you have this podcast. And I think it's just nice to learn from people. Everyone's got a story, and work hard, 100%. I haven't got where I am today without working hard. It's certainly something that I instill into my two children and into my life personally and professionally. One could say at 57, I should be kicking the slippers off and, relaxing a little bit, but that's certainly not my makeup. So I believe work hard, and that can only support you. And yeah, I think just, yeah, we've all got room to grow. Look, learn, and listen. That's what I'd like to leave everybody with, I think.
Thank you so much for taking the time to share your beautiful story and those important words of advice. People before property, look, learn, and listen. Like it is so inspiring to speak to people like you who really have just taken control and done what makes you happy, regardless of, your experience, your age, whatever, society wants to throw at you. Like I know you're such an incredible person, and I'm so lucky I got the chance to speak with you today.
Well, thanks, Sarah. Thanks for those kind words. And yeah, nice to spend some time with you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Take care.